Hope everyone's been doing well, and today we're checking out Ktech's second foray into the mechanical switch space, the S2 V2 Snow Tactiles. This is their first pitch into the tactile space, and the Snows have a couple of things going for them. First off, they're a hyper-tactile, so there's no pre-travel with just like a hair of post-travel. Spec-wise, they have an HPE Milky Top proprietary blend bottom housing, a Chungus 13.9mm palm stem, a 63.5 double-stage spring, and the main kicker, apart from being factory lubed, is that the Snows also have a polished mold as well, which is great, although I feel in a hyper-tactile switch it's a little overkill considering the tactility itself sort of outshadows the smoothness a bit. I know I sound like a broken record at this point, but feel-wise, the Snows are just like any other hyper-tactile. They're super snappy, the tactile action isn't jarring, and the 63.5 double-stage spring isn't terribly exhausting to use. While the factory lubing is pretty consistent, as only a small handful of switches have some spring ping, there's mainly lube on the legs and leaf only, and like some drops on the side rails. Personally, I didn't notice a huge difference in relubing these switches, and you'd be perfectly fine running these switches stock out of the box. Sound-wise, these switches are definitely on the clackier end, which I honestly wasn't expecting, and I'm 0 for 2 since I thought the same exact thing of the Turbulence. Speaking of which, the Snows in their factory lubed version have basically the same sound profile as the Zenclack Turbulence. The only real differences I can personally tell is that the Snows have slightly less of a post-travel, and there is a bit less perceivable scratch compared to the Turbulence. So then, for 65 cents a switch, or 62 with Kotofu types, you basically get a polished version of the Zenclack Turbulence, which honestly makes it a bit hard to recommend for those that are looking for a hyper-tactile, even though the Snows are an in-stock option, and at the time of recording the Turbulence have just finished their pre-order. While I do prefer the overall on-paper spec sheet that the Snows have, at least price to value-wise, it's a tough sell as more and more banger switches are coming out under that 65-cent meta. I would say, if you're looking for a new hyper-tactile switch, with smoothness being a top priority with the monochrome colorway, and your wallet not minding the premium price point, the Snows would probably be your pick. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Take care, and have a good one. Bye.